What's up, people?
My initial scores and comments for the August Wave Star Wars sets. Hold on tight, mind. I'm going to upset some of you. I'm just saying. Ranking content isn't my usual thing, but it's Star Wars. It's controversial.
And you know I like a bit of both.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on Stories, click the middle of the screen here somewhere to watch the full video. I'll also be releasing these as individual snapshots just so that it's a bit more digestible for people who can sit and wait. Whatever. Hey, there's 9 of these, mind. So we'll do the sets first, and then we'll do the figs at the end in a bit more detail. Oh, and PS, I ain't touching price because I'm in pounds. Most of the world, I guess, is in dollars. And it's a little bit hard for some. Obviously, you've got to think about full price versus deals and promotions and, what's different in the UK to the US. And then obviously take into account price per piece and all that kind of stuff is just too much to think about. So I'm just purely going on visual, how it looks, the figures, if it's a good set, does it look accurate? And that's all I'm really concentrating on.
And more importantly, are they cool?
Let's go!
This is the absolute standout in this wave. Absolute beast. Look at this. I'm not sure if people really wanted the ATST, but it's got to be one of my favorite chips. And it just, I don't know, it just looks awesome. It's a beast. I'm not a UCS guy, some of you might know, but this is the first time I've seen a UCS set and thought, yes, for me. And I'm giving this one a 9.6. Oh, this hot rod though. Awesome. The colorway on this is it's just beautiful. It got the matching little speeder. We get to see the Stap again. His figure selection is pretty cool. I wasn't a big fan of Rebuild the Galaxy sets on the first wave, but this just looks amazing. Even if I don't know the reference material, even if I don't watch the show, it's such a great looking ship. That black cockpit piece, snow speeders are my thing anyway, and this just looks, like I said, that whole hot rod vibe is just, this is great. This is great. Really well done. 9.4. out of 10 for this bad boy. Oh yeah, the V19 Torrent. I honestly don't think this deserves the ribbon it's been getting. That yellow transparent cockpit piece, great fig selection. The box art looks pretty cool. It is downscaled, but I had the original V19 Torrent and it's really janky, really kind of floppy build. This one looks a bit more solid. Okay, you sacrifice a bit of detail in the size, but I do actually think it looks like a pretty cool set in both landing and flying position. So, kill me. But I think this is a really strong set, and I actually really enjoyed this set. Similar to the U-Wing, based on the previous U-Wing, I actually did enjoy the idea of that smaller, downscaled U-Wing, and I do like this. So this one's getting a 9.1 out of 10 for me. Sorry, no. And what is a Star Wars wave without a battle pack like this? We're getting one of these beefier battle packs. Love everything about it. The yellow colorway, 327th troops. A lot of people wanted these apparently. I'm not a big fan of this. I prefer the older versions of the Spider Droid. I don't know what they've done to his dome. It just doesn't look right to me. I'm not really a big fan of it. Everything else in here, great fig selection. Like the 327th troops in the yellow, they look pretty mint. We'll talk about figs later, as I said, but it's even the box art on this is looking pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of these kind of larger AT-AT walkers. They just don't quite look right to me. They should be a lot smaller, but it still looks pretty cool regardless. And I'm here for it. I like this. I'm going to give this battle pack an 8.8. Of course, we got the Jango Slave one. Everybody was expecting this. Kind of makes sense. They did it in that same scale. They did the Boba Fett one. Really disappointed for the UCS guys who only got these 2 figs with theirs. We get that extra Lamassu. But I don't know, the box art looks pretty good, and it does look okay. No, it does look good. It does look good in this scale. They've done quite a lot with that scale, and for me, it'll be the first time owning a Jango Fett Slave one, so I'm going to get it. I don't know whether I'm a big fan of this size, though. I think next scale up would have been okay, would have been a bit more suitable, but it is good. It is a nice ship. I do like it, and I'm going to give this an 8.5. I'll be honest, this one has taken some flack, but I actually like it. Never was a big fan of the older ones, never owned one, but they were always kind of big, brown, ugly lumps. I get that those ones were Trade Federation and this one's Separatist, but we've wanted these kind of Separatist colors, this blue and gray. It does look a lot better. They've had to downscale it, but the detail has remained, and I think it actually looks pretty sharp and pretty accurate. Great figure selection and a lot of figures in there as well, which is great to see on one of these sets. But overall, yeah, look, this smaller scale does suit my collection, but overall I do think it is a pretty good looking ship, and I do like the look of it, and I'm going to give this an 8.2. Juggernaut, Turbo Tank, call it what you want to call it, but overall I think this set is okay. We've got the Bukhara, we've got the Galactic Marines that everybody wanted. You know, they've thrown in I think there's a new version of Ki-Adi-Mundi, and obviously a nice figure selection overall. Box art looks amazing. The Turbo Tank overall didn't look too bad. The top half in particular, considering they've had to scale this down by quite a lot. This smooth, this tiled finish does look really good, and the detail on this is a lot better than any previous versions. They've gotten the wheels a lot better. They're still not right for me, which is what's losing most of the points. They still look a bit spindly. Previous versions, the legs were like wiry legs. They're gangling all over the place. This one's a lot better, but they can't get this chassis right. It should be a lot bulkier and a lot solid. So I'm taking points off it for that, but I'm still going to give this a 7.3 because I think overall it is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I love K2SO. Fantastic character. Introduced in Rogue One. Obviously in Andorra Season 2 as well. Love the guy, especially for the Disney era. They've created a fantastic, great character there, and he looks amazing. This looks okay. I'm not a big buildable characters kind of person, so that's really where I lose the points. Something about it just doesn't look right, though. I mean, they've done a fantastic job with, you know, some of the details, but overall, it doesn't hit the mark, and I can't really tell you why, but it's just not quite there for me, so I'm giving this a 6.8. Sorry. Look at this cheeky little chappy here. Did we really need this? That's the question. I mean, obviously it comes with a little fig, and I think that they've done this spear amazingly. I'm interested to see how they've done the kind of point piece there, but the detail on this is really, really good. They've done a fantastic job. Although he does look a little bit on the creepy side, they've done a fantastic job of the detailing on this and making it look like Wicket. It's really, really accurate. Like, obviously I don't know how they've done this, if I'm honest. I know it probably is not going to scale with the other buildable characters, which is kind of disappointing, but you'd have to be a lot smaller. But I don't know, there's just something about it again that's just not for me. I'm not one of these buildable characters guys, so I'm not really a big fan of this type of thing. But I don't know. Did we really need it? I don't know. It's just kind of weird and a bit off for me, so I'm going to score this a 6.1. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think this is probably the best selection of figs for a Star Wars wave ever. It's just, in fact, let me make myself a little bit smaller here so I can kind of, there we go. So, you know, some of these sets have got a nice range of figs, lots of figs. For me, the standout is definitely the V19. That Ventress figure looks amazing. That pilot that we've wanted for such a long time is there. Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi is just fire. That Lama Su figure, this guy from this new figure here, well, all three of them are new figures, but that guy with the nunchuck lightsabers looks like a beast as well. We've got the Galactic Marines, we've got the 327th, Commander Bly, Bukhara, some updated Jedi. There's just such a great selection here, and I'm really here for it. I think I was looking through as well, and there's like only two that haven't got printed legs, and you know, got all of them have got printed, all but two I think have got printed hip pieces that match in with the torso and the leg really well. So it's been really well done, and really thought there's a lot of homage here to the Clone Wars, and Clone Wars figs is take up most of this, but overall really well done, and I'm really happy with this selection of figs. So what do you think, guys? Agree? Disagree? I mean, what's your thoughts? Give me, like, I don't know, your top 3 out of the 9 sets that are coming out, or maybe your top 3 figs. And let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers. And don't forget to go and check me out over on YouTube as well.